Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a perfume review on a newly released perfume, fragrance, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to get into that just now, but really quickly I wanted to say, I know there's a lot going on right now and I didn't just want to skip past it. I know the world is crazy and it went from 0 to 100 real quick. Even where we are, they declared it a state of emergency and it's been kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I am going crazy being at home in an apartment. We don't have a house and I have 3 kids, so I mean you can imagine. And the grocery stores kind of look like a zombie apocalypse because everything is empty, and it's kind of scary because we've never lived through something like this before, and I just feel like it escalated really quickly, and we've been on like social isolation. How I feel, but it's called social distancing, quarantine, whatever you want to call it. It's been like a little over a week now and your girl's going crazy. Like, I always considered myself an introvert as it is, like a homebody, until this happened and I realized that there's like a lot of shit that we take for granted, like going for walks, going to the mall, going to do groceries, and like walking around, hugging people, saying hi, like a lot of shit we take for granted, and I only realized that like when this happened. So yeah, basically I just want to say to everyone going through this, I mean, we're all in it together. I feel you. I hope you're staying healthy, and if you're not healthy, then I hope you get better quickly. And for everyone who has to work through this, all the essential workers out there, I appreciate y'all. My job would be considered essential, so I would normally be working through this, but because schools and everything are closed, I get to stay home with my kids. But I mean, to everyone who's working through this, it's kind of scary, I'm not gonna lie, and I appreciate you. Nurses, doctors, PSWs, obviously that's a given, like you're saving lives. We love you, we appreciate you, we're grateful. But also the people who don't get recognized, like the people who have always been considered like the bottom of the totem pole. Like, hello, can we give a shout out to those people who work at the grocery store for minimum wage and they're still there, like risking themselves and everything to stock shelves and keep us fed. You guys are heroes too. So yeah, basically stay healthy, wash your hands. I'm going crazy. I know y'all are going crazy. If you have any Netflix like show suggestions in general, list them down below because I think I've watched everything almost, maybe, I don't know. And also if you have any like good websites for like educational things for like my kids, then leave that down below too. But okay, all that aside, I just feel like I couldn't get into this without mentioning that because I don't want to look insensitive, because I mean, I know that it's a little scary right now, but YouTube's always been my outlet, so I had to come on here just for my own like sanity. So anyways, let's get into it. Newly released, Sol de Janeiro just released a perfume and I was so excited about it because I love Sol de Janeiro. I don't know how you say it, but anyways, they are the ones who make the Brazilian Bum Bum cream. You've heard me talk about this on my channel so many times. This cream is so expensive, and let's be real, I mostly buy it because I literally love the smell of it. I've talked about it so many times on my channel, so you know, like, I'm an OG. I freaking love the smell of this. And I own pretty much all of their products. I own the cream, I own the hand cream, I own the body mist, I own the shower gel. Like, I literally own everything almost that they have released to date, except for their lip balm. That's the only thing I've tried, like their what do they have, like a bath bomb kind of thing. I have literally tried everything from this brand because I love the scent of their stuff. So when they released this perfume, you know, I had to buy it. Plus the mist, the body mist was great, but I mean, a body mist doesn't last long, like, you know. So when they released a perfume, I was super excited, and it's called Sol Cheirosa, the scent of summer. This is what the packaging looks like. This guy comes off, and it looks like this. So I'm going to show it to you, and then I'm going to give you like my opinions on it, because I have worn it a couple times because I didn't want to just like come on here and say something. I kind of wanted to test it out before I gave my opinion. Also, oh, I forgot to say, my sweatshirt says life happens, fashion helps, and I mean, how true is that right now? Anyways, this is what the bottle looks like. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. So giving my opinion, I'm going to be 100% honest and give my opinion because that's how I do it here. I'm not the biggest fan of the bottle itself. I just, for some reason, my mouth is so dry. Give me a second. My mouth is so dry. This bottle reminds me of like the shape of a Coke bottle or like a pop bottle for some reason. I don't know why. I just find it does. So I'm not the biggest fan of that. And then I don't know. I'm also just not the biggest fan of this disco ball up here. But the bottle doesn't really matter. It's about the juice. So let's talk about it. Okay, so right off the bat, obviously if you've tried anything in this line of the Boom Boom Cream, this yellow packaging, it smells like this. They have another one with like a blue packaging or something. That's not the same scent. So this, I believe the notes, I'll leave them somewhere here on the screen, but I believe it's like salted caramel, pistachio, and something else. Vanilla? Something like that. I'll leave them right here. But basically, I mean, it smells like the cream. However, this retails for $102 Canadian, which is a lot. And when I hear eau de parfum, which is what this is classified as, I expect certain things. So the notes of this, it smells exactly like what it says. I will spray it. Oh, it smells really good. It smells sweet, nutty, and a little bit salty. The salt comes from, I guess, the salted caramel, but it could also be pistachios because pistachios are nutty, but also like with the saltiness. And to me, like, I do think this is, like, they call it the scent of summer, and I agree because to me this kind of smells like beachy, sweet, almost like in a weird way, like suntan lotion, or like, you know, the tanning lotion you would use at the tanning bed that smells like, you know what I mean? It smells like that. It smells really good. However, with that said, it's not complex. It smells like the notes that are listed. It doesn't really change. You know, some perfumes, like as they dry down, they change. This one doesn't. It stays the same. It just gets a little bit more subtle as the time goes on my skin. I will say this, like, it smells good, but it honestly lasts on my skin and on my clothing actually for like 3 to 4 hours maximum, and 4 hours is like, I'm being really generous there. So I sprayed it. I've worn this like 3 times to give it like a really good test, and I'm slightly disappointed, I'm not gonna lie. And this is nothing to do like with the brand. Obviously I own everything they've ever made. I love the brand in general, but when something says eau de parfum, I expect certain things. Like, I expect it to be a little bit strong. I expect it to have longevity. I expect it to kind of like, what the hell is that word? I always forget it. But basically, like, I want people to smell it around me. Like, I want you to be able to smell it. I expect it to be a little bit stronger and last longer, not like a mist or not like an eau de toilette. So for me, this just didn't do it. I obviously love how it smells because it smells like everything else in the line, but on my skin it lasts, I'd say three hours. Like, realistically 3 to 4 hours, and then you have to reapply it. And for $102, like, I just expected a little bit more for that. And even when you smell it, so on me, I have to really like put my nose to it. And then I know that there's some perfumes that I know that there's some perfumes that even though you can't smell it, other people could smell it. So when I was testing it, I did get my husband to like sniff me to see if he could smell it, but he said he had to like really get in there, and I don't know, like, for me that's just a tiny bit disappointing. And also certain perfumes, even if they don't last that long on your skin, they'll last longer on your clothes, but this one I'd say is roughly the same. So if you love the smell and you want to try it, I mean, obviously you'll like the smell of it because it smells like everything else in the line. But if you're looking for longevity, I just feel like on me, in my opinion, this just didn't, I don't know, it slightly disappointed me because I was expecting it to last longer. And even when it lasts 3 hours, it's like a skin scent. Like, you really have to get in there. No one could smell it. I'd say it only like, it only like radiates. Like, people could only smell it on you for like an hour, and then you gotta respray it. And for $102, I just feel like I will blow through it. So I'm really on the fence. I think I might be returning it, and I'm slightly, disappointed, only because of the price and because, I don't know, to me, I feel like it lasts a little bit longer than the body mist, but for that price, like, I expect it to last hours. So, unfortunately, I'm slightly disappointed, but I thought I would get on here and do my review just because I haven't seen any. So if any of you were thinking about buying it, I mean, just so you know, this is just so you know. So yeah, I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, be sure to give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one.